I'm Caroline.
I'm Drew, and we have a website called Recirc.com, and it's a platform for item rentals, so eventually peer-to-peer, and we're working on building integration to traditional rental store businesses.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Drew and Carrie, for doing this with us today. Let's start off with, why did you decide to go with an offshore partner like Synerzip?
Yeah, so I think there's two reasons. One, which is price. It makes sense there, but also just in terms of architecture, when we looked at hiring individuals, a lot of individuals who are architects and can decide what kind of system or platform they want to build, they tend to know certain types of certain languages, and they code based or recommend based on those languages. And here we had a unique experience of having someone like Amit or someone really experienced who may not know Node very well or a certain language, but they put together a team around what we needed. So the architecture was decided around our product, and they put together a team around our product, and that just would have been a way bigger task had we done that ourselves.
Awesome. So you mentioned that you did find that it was a cost savings. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean,
when we interviewed different people locally, we quickly realized we were going to get a very small team if we were to hire locally. And with Synerzip, we got a pretty big team, and they were all very experienced. And you can also kind of do some arranging as your needs change, which we wouldn't have been able to do with a small group of like 3 developers locally.
Right. So for the same amount of money, we got more people, and like I said, we were able to put together a team around our needs. So it just made, for the money we were spending, I think we got more.
That's great. That's great. How big was your team?
I think we started with 7. Is that right?
Yeah, about 7 people.
Yeah, I think most of the time we maintained about 7, which was great. Having that many people working on your project.
That's great. And you found that they all worked cohesively together very well?
Oh, yes. And it was really neat getting to know the different characters personally on our end, too. They're all easy to talk to, very accessible. It wasn't uncommon for me to just reach out to someone with a question. It felt it flowed very easily, so that was great.
That's great. Did you find any issues with any language barriers?
No, I really didn't. And that's something people kind of talked to us about before too, saying, oh, well, you may want to be aware about the language things. And I just had to laugh about it later, because there really wasn't any issue at all. And we were actually fairly conversational, and the back and forth was very easy. So
that's great. That's great. And how did you work with the time zone issues? Because they are 11 and a half or 10 and a half hours ahead of us.
Yeah, I think most of the accommodating, almost all of the accommodating happened on their end. So we were pretty much flexible to schedule things as we saw fit within our own daily schedule, and they were always very eager to accommodate that. Sometimes I'd be doing the math in my head and just thinking like, oh, shouldn't they be sleeping now? And I would feel kind of guilty about it, but I think they organized their schedule that way. And so it was very convenient for us, definitely.
Oh, that's so great to hear. And how was the management style on Amit's team? How did that work with your management style?
They were very, we gave them more and more leeway. So at some point they were very self-managed, but it worked very well. And it's the agile philosophy in terms of management too. But we connected largely with Carrie doing some of the design and doing some of the managing. And they would make things come to life. But it was very easy to, we could communicate with Amit, and he would, he would either manage, or the whole team was included in a meeting or an email, and they could self delegate the jobs to get the project done.
Yeah, it felt very collaborative in a way that I really appreciated. This was my first time being a project manager, and I felt like I learned a lot from them, and they were always making it feel really effective, and also kind of, they were quick to set up meetings when they thought, we need to better understand something. Just the process worked out really well, and in hindsight, I just think they taught me a lot, and they were very patient with the learning curve I went through, and it was just it was a really good experience.
Wow, that's great to hear. Thanks for those comments. Is there anything else about CenterZip that really stands out that you'd like to add?
Yeah, they're just really good people. We got to meet the CEO, the CTO. Amit managed our team. We met the entire team, and everyone we met was just a delight to meet. You can tell there's a lot of integrity, and I think that Hemant and Vinayak both have a lot of integrity, and you can tell that kind of spreads out to the whole culture of CenterZip. That was a huge takeaway for me. And we even commented when we visited the team that even the project aside, just meeting the team was really valuable. It was a great experience. So.
Yeah, we went to India, but the other thing I would note is that also being there and meeting the people, they're driven by learning the latest technology, which is a huge win for us to have people working on our team that are learning the latest, Angular or whatever it is. They're excited to learn the new languages and to solve problems. And so, they did a great job.
Yeah, I would guess there are ways that we benefited that we don't even realize, just because our technical understanding is only so high. You could just tell that you were taken care of, and they were really progressive with staying up to date on everything. I think we were well served for that.
Wow, that's so great to hear. We really strive to be known as a continually learning organization. So I really appreciate you saying that. So I just want to thank you so much, and best of luck to you.
Yeah,
thanks very much. It's been a great experience.
Thanks.